everybody. I'm Brent Musburger. Michigan and Ohio State gives you goosebumps just hearing it. And coming up, the 1985 edition of this classic rivalry. Earl Bruce's Buckeyes enter this contest at 8-2, but they were coming off a shocking 12-7 loss to Wisconsin. Many folks felt the Buckeyes were looking past the Badgers and already had started to think about the Wolverines. So you know that future NFL stars Chris Carter, Chris Spielman, Keith Byers, and Pepper Johnson were looking to save face. Michigan is 8-1-1, and Bo Schembechler's team was led by junior quarterback Jim Harbaugh. Even with a victory, Michigan could not go to the Rose Bowl. But as far as Harbaugh was concerned, this was still the game.
My dad coached at Michigan for 7 years, so I grew up always watching Michigan and Ohio State. And it's just something like when those two teams got on the field, the uniforms, Bo and Woody, just goes way back. And most of the guys that are either on the Ohio State or Michigan team are from Ohio or from Michigan, so they grew up watching the game too. So when you play in it, you feel like you're in a big traditional rivalry, which it is. There's no other game on our schedule that compared to the Michigan-Ohio State game.
Let's now go to the biggest house in college football. I'll be joined by Ara Parsegian to call the action as the Buckeyes collide with the Wolverines. Ohio State and Michigan are underway. Woolridge at the 7. Breaks free at the 25, the 30, the 35. And Moons, the kicker, finally gets him out of bounds near the 45-yard line. A 34-yard return, Coach.
Excellent return, but there was a missed tackle on the play that made the difference. You'll see right here as he comes up, I cannot see quite the number 15. That's Arnold, their good big play man for him. And he's finally brought down by the kicker, as Brent has pointed out.
Now, attacking today for Ohio State, Jim Carsotos, of course, will be the quarterback, and Keith Byers, he will start the game. They will find out early if that foot will hold up here in Ann Arbor. On first down, it's the fullback, Cooper, and Billy Harris, the nose guard, brought him down. Now let's take a look at the men Carsotos will attack with. Right behind him, the big, young, talented fullback, George Cooper. And, of course, last year's All-American Keith Byers, who's had such a disappointing senior season. Mike Lanise, who made the great catch in Columbus. Chris Carter, the spectacular young receiver. And the tight end, Ed Taggart, with the toughest defense in the land, awaiting Carsotos in 2nd and 8. The pitch and Byers' first carry. They stretch him out. He turns upfield, gets across the 45. Brad Cochran brings him down. Jeff Akers, 33, over there to assist on it.
Here comes Byers. I was impressed with him. I didn't think he'd be able to cut, but he showed great speed. He puts a little move on right here. He said he could north to south all right. You saw the little move there. The foot looks like it's going to be all right. Brad Cochran finally got him down, but he took a shot before he did it.
It is the first third down situation of the game. And off a play fake, Carsotos, and there's a penalty marker down. There is a penalty flag down on the play. Mike Mallory picked the pass off, and the penalty is going to be against Ohio State. So obviously, Michigan would keep the ball in that situation. We've had our first turnover.
Seems to be some discussion there as to, we'll get it here in a minute, I guess.
The preliminary sign was holding against the Buckeyes.
So it is. It is a turnover. This is what I talked about. Key plays on third down and short and goal line. Carsotos is right there. Watch Mallory, number 42, step right inside of Byers and make a great interception.
Tom Tupa punting. Iowa running up on Minnesota. We'll get an update on that in a moment. Tom Tupa is set to punt. He must not have had control of that ball.
His back was to us, and apparently the ball hit the ground, and that must have been what all the discussion was about.
Gilvanny Johnson. And there was movement in that line, so both teams a little bit uneasy here at the early going.
I think Ohio State moved, and the response was by Michigan after the offensive lineman moved. No, they're calling it the other way.
Of course, is a critical penalty, giving a first down to the Buckeyes.
Excuse me, Brent, I was under the impression here that Ohio State moved. No, the Ohio State man responded to the movement. Good call by the officials.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes.
Well, that's one way to get a first down. You can't do it on short yardage.
Put down on the carpet and recovered by Carsados, who jumped back down on it. Last week they had an exchange problem which contributed to one of their 3 costly turnovers against Wisconsin in that 12-7 upset. Carsados pulling away last week, and Maggs did not deliver the ball. This week Carsados appeared to have possession from the center snap, just fumbled it and then recovered it, but it'll be 2nd down and 11 yards to go for the Buckeyes. And again, movement, and what a sloppy start we've had to this game. Coach, what was that penalty?
Well, again, it seems that they're a little tight. They're not playing relaxed and with great confidence. There's been exchange problems, offside problems. They got to settle down. They're really keyed up. Both teams keyed up for this football game.
And with the penalty assessed the Buckeyes, this is 2nd and 17. Moeller showed blitz, backed out. Carsados under pressure. Safety valve Cooper. Cooper to midfield. Akers and Moeller wrestle him down there. Now here is the offensive line starting today for the Buckeyes. Rory Graves coming back from the 1-game suspension. He works next to Jeff Uhlenhake. And at center is Bob Maggs, one of the better ones in the country. And at right side, Jim Gilmore and Larry Cotterman. Now that's the side that they will choose when they need a first down. Frequently they will run behind Gilmore and Cotterman. This is 3rd and 12. Incomplete. Mike Lanise was the intended receiver. Well covered by that Michigan secondary that time, Aaron.
On both pass attempts that Carsados tried in that series of downs, the receivers, the principal receivers, were exceptionally well covered. So it speaks well for the Michigan defense, certainly on this first drive.
Tom Tupa and Tony Gant is the deep man for the Wolverines, standing at the 10-yard line. Tupa's punt is high, fielded at the 16, and he is smothered right there. So we'll come back, and the Wolverines will have their first possession.
Welcome to a...
Jim Harbaugh brings the Wolverines up. The ball on the 18-yard line. Stretching the count out. Off a play fake. Harbaugh roll, throws to Caddis, the tight end. And Caddis to the 25, where Chris Spielman, number 36, brought him down.
One of the things that Ohio State feared was the ability of Harbaugh to scramble. He has flushed out of the pocket. He's looking downfield now. He scrambles out. He did this beautifully last week. There's Caddis, number 81, Spielman. And I mean, Spielman makes a lot of tackles. You'll hear his name most of the afternoon.
Caddis, a favorite target of Harbaugh, and he moves Caddis to the right side in this alignment, splitting the running backs. Hands off, and Morris comes through, exploding out to the 47-yard line, where Greg Rogan was forced to bring him down.
Brent, he had a beautiful hole blocked off the off-tackle side, the strong side, where, watch here, Caddis makes a beautiful block, number 81, along with Clay Miller, 79, and that's why Jamie Morris popped through there.
This has been a week for the Morris brothers. Joe exploding Monday night for 3 scores for the Giants. Now it's his younger brother, Jamie, coming through the hole for the biggest play so far of this game. And on first down, they come right back with him. He comes free on the outside, breaking a tackle near the line of scrimmage with that second effort. Era in talking to the Michigan coaches, especially Schembechler, they were going to change their basic off-tackle dive today. What were they going to do?
Well, they've got a number of blocking combinations in there. What was interesting there, Brent, was the fact that they came back to the same area. I was talking about Ohio State Michigan overreacting defensively. You saw Ohio State do the same thing. They got hurt to that one off-tackle spot. Michigan tried it again, but they failed with it.
Bob Perriman is now in at fullback. They'll bring the end around. Colasar, number 40. Ohio State was ready, but there's an obvious clip. And it will go against number 67, John Vitale, the offensive guard, doubling back to pick up the defender who stayed at home for the Buckeyes.
Clipping on the run.
That was William White who had penetrated on that play, and he was clipped by Vitale.
This is a very obvious clip because it's right out in the open. You'll see number 67 coming in from the left side of your screen, right there. And the official is there to see it. Very bad judgment on the part of Vitale.
Let's take a look at Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan offense that will be operating here this afternoon. One of the more improved quarterbacks in all the land this year. Gerald White, an all-purpose runner who also operates a tailback when Jamie Morris is not there. You just saw John Colasar, a talented freshman, on the end around. Paul Jokic is 6'8", and a favorite target is that tight end Eric Caddis. He's one of the better ones in the country, too. The Ohio State coaches were very impressed, not only with his receiving ability, but also his blocking. This is a 2nd and 25. Both teams are staggering here at the opening of this game. Harbaugh, the fullback, trying to run out. He shovels it off. An extemporaneous play, and it is Morris getting out to the 45, where Greg Rogan and Thomas Johnson bring him down. A 13-yard gain.
Great presence of mind by Harbaugh. He's going to be sacked, and he dumps the ball off right at the last moment. Watch this. Harbaugh's going to be tackled for a loss. He steps in between the 2 rushers, Kummerow and Lead. Look at that. He deals the ball off to Jamie right at the last second before he goes down for a sack. Great play by Harbaugh.
Harbaugh made that play work for a touchdown against Iowa when he shoveled the pass to Gerald White. This is 3rd and 12 for the Wolverines. On the draw, cross midfield, he is short of the first down. And again, it is Johnson and Greg Rogan. Pepper Johnson, number 98, who grew up in the Detroit area, did not play the first quarter of last week's loss because he didn't feel well and he had a tender knee. He came in for the last 3, and of course he is a ringleader whom the Buckeyes count on the field. Monty Robbins will punt now for the Wolverines. And the sure-handed Mike Lanise is standing at the 10-yard line. The Buckeyes set a return. The punt is going out of bounds. And a beautiful punt by Monty Robbins. Inside the 5-yard line, it'll be placed. Dangerous field position for Jimmy Carsados. A 43-yard punt, and it was a beauty. Linebacker Andy Moeller is the son of the defensive coordinator Gary Moeller, and we asked him about their relationship.
I think I play relaxed in terms that I really don't have any problems getting along with my position coach. Yeah, I've been around him a lot, so I know him pretty well, and he knows me pretty well. So as far as that's concerned, it's a pretty relaxed atmosphere, and I think that helps me.
And, of course, his compatriot, Mike Mallory, is the son of Indiana coach Bill Mallory. So they have two smart linebackers operating inside. 1st and 10, the ball on the 4. Byers up the middle, bounces off one tackler, gets to the 10, and Andy Moeller brings him down on cue. On 2nd down, here's the pitch to Byers, and Byers is swarmed on at the 9-yard line. Let's take a look at this defense that has given up less than a touchdown and outing. Jim Scarcelli, number 85, one of the outside linebackers. Mark Mesner, tremendously improved. Good nose guard Billy Harris, and All-American at the other tackle, Mike Hammerstein. And, of course, number 33 is Jeff Akers, also outside. There is not a weak link on this defense. And something else, Sarah, they've stayed healthy.
They really have, and that's been key for them. But they've played with great confidence, and, of course, that increases that motivation, as we talked about.
Here is 3rd and 4. The Buckeyes will throw it. Safety valve. Byers, 1st down. Moeller tackling Byers, but he got enough for an Ohio State 1st down, and it's an important 1st down.
It really is, Brent, exactly what I was going to say, because they would have been forced to punt deep in their own territory. Michigan would have gotten good field position. Here you see Carsados in the pocket, steps up in, and he finds Byers, and Byers just gets past that 1st down marker. Very important.
Coach Earl Bruce on the Ohio State sideline. And a quick handoff to Cooper, the fullback, who followed the right side of that Buckeye line near the 20-yard line. Moeller and Mallory brought him down, and let's meet the rest of that Michigan defense. Mike Mallory, he calls the signals out there, taking it from Gary Moeller on the sideline. There's Gary's son. Now, excellent secondary. Garland Rivers at one corner, and one of the best in the land. Number 30, Brad Cochran, whom they stay away from frequently. Back at safety, Ivan Hicks, number 17, and number 14, Tony Gant. Now, Mallory was shaken up on that last play. He's coming over to the sideline, and he is leaving the game right now, indicating that he's just a touch woozy. Todd Schulte, number 41 for the Wolverines, has gone into his place, and Andy Moeller immediately steps in as the captain on the field. Schulte checking to make sure that he has the signal with the defensive coordinators. This is a 2nd and 9, ball on the 19.
Todd Schulte is 6'2", 223, about the same size as Moeller. Or rather, Mallory.
A play fake. Byers out as a receiver is covered. Carsados goes long, but he underthrows, and it is intercepted. Hicks picks it off for Michigan.
Carsados had Taggart open early, but he threw the ball too late. He waited too long. I could see Taggart from the press box, but now he tries to throw too long. Taggart was open in front of the defenders much earlier than that.
Michigan with excellent field position. A 1st down on the Ohio State 38-yard line. Gerald White. Larry Kolick, number 33, tackled him. Let's take a look at the Ohio State defense operating today. Fred Ritter at one defensive tackle. Darrell Lee, 95 at the other. Eric Kummerow, who missed last week's game, is back. Chris Spielman, one of the better young linebackers in the land. Larry Kolick, who plays down at the nose guard and backs off. Pepper Johnson, and of course Byron Lee, 82, who's had a good year. Now Ray Holloman, number 55, has replaced Ritter at one of the tackle spots. A fake to Morris. Harbaugh under pressure. Circles back, throws to Colasar, complete at the 30-yard line. John Colasar, the freshman from Westlake, Ohio, continued to ad-lib his pattern, and Harbaugh picked him up.
Ad-libbing, of course, was Harbaugh. Watch him scramble out of here. This is why Ohio State was concerned about Harbaugh. Looks like he's going to be sacked right there by Lee, number 95. He spins out and away, finds Colasar under pressure, and there it is, a completion. Great job by Harbaugh.
And Harbaugh paid a price, Era. Take a look at Kummerow, number 14, who is coming in from the linebacking spot. He's got a shot at Harbaugh, and he makes him pay. It is 3rd and 3. Double tight end for the Wolverines. Harbaugh on a bootleg to the right, throwing complete, and it is Caddis, the tight end. William White with the tackle, but it's a Michigan first down, and there is Eric Caddis again, the Wolverine tight end.
And good bootleg by Harbaugh. He really faked the entire Ohio State Buckeye team and was wide open out there. He could have run the ball or thrown the ball to Caddis as he did.
Jim Harbaugh is starting off with a hot hand.
Really is. He's 4 for 4 for 34 yards, and he has scrambled very well and avoided the sacks.
The ball is at the 22 with this first down. Morris looking for daylight. Surrounded there at the 20-yard line by the Buckeyes. Is another the game.
Yeah. Ricky Latacevita is not very happy with that score.
That is our producer, who is down in the truck wearing a Harvard sweater. Can you imagine such a thing on a day when Michigan is playing Ohio State? We may not allow him back. 2nd and 8. Ball on the 20. Colasar in motion. Here's the pitch. Morris. He is swarmed on with the blitz by Sonny Gordon, the Roverback. Watch the penetration by the Buckeye defense. And of course it is Rogan who blocked that punt against Iowa, coming up and on the pitch, getting through on the inside and bringing Morris to the ground.
You know, yesterday Bo Schembechler made a comment that I think may be true in this football game. He said the team that has the hot passer will probably win. Well, both quarterbacks came in here having really hot hands, but Harbaugh thus far has been the more accurate of the two. Here he is again with the throw.
3rd and 11. Harbaugh hits Caddis again, and he is brought out of bounds by Rogan. Far short of the first down, Era.
Boy, the defensive secondary now is tackling like they did in the Ohio-Iowa game. Great job here by Greg Rogan, number 29. Watch him come in and take Caddis. Right there. Great tackle. That's form tackling. Beautiful job by a defensive back on a tight end.
And here is Pat Moons, who today is handling the kicking chores. This will be a 34-yard attempt by Moons. It is up. Pat Moons hits his first field goal. His first collegiate field goal. He waited a long time for the opportunity.
We now return to Rivalry Week on ESPN Classic. We rejoin the action at the start of the second quarter. Ohio State has the ball at the Michigan 48, trailing 3-0.
How good is this Michigan defense? Well, NFL scouts have projected to me that 3 quarterbacks in the Big Ten could be drafted in the first round. Chuck Long of Iowa, Jack Trudeau of Illinois, and Jim Everett of Purdue. Michigan did not allow any of the 3 to score a touchdown. That's how good they are. Jim Carsados in Ohio State now faces a 2nd and 8 with the ball at the 48.
And he was 3 for 6 in the first quarter for 26 yards. They started a little shaky, both teams, butterflies, of course, but they settled down now, and I think we're going to see some good football.
Byers and Cooper are the running backs behind Casares. Complete to Taggart, the tight end. Short of the first down, Jeff Akers, number 33, the outside linebacker, had the coverage. The Buckeyes needing a win to get to Pasadena in the Rose Bowl, and they're closing in. Iowa State shutting out Oklahoma State, which would be a big upset. Oklahoma State probably has one eye on that Oklahoma game, which is still to come. And of course, Texas with the lead on Baylor, Edwin Simmons. Young man of unfulfilled potential down there in Austin, Texas, scored that touchdown. It is 3rd and 3. And here's Cooper picking his daylight and busting down to the 35 where Scarcelli brought him down, but that's another Ohio State first down.
Boy, he really powered in there. He got good blocking. Backside guard pulled. Watch this. The left guard, who is Uhlenhake, pulls, puts a trap on. There's a nice hole there for Cooper. Number 45, Reinhold, the middle guard, almost gets over to make the play, but Cooper is a load of 245 pounds.
Billy Harris replaces Reinhold on this 1st and 10. And it's Cooper again into the middle of that defense where Harris, number 56, was awaiting him. First down in a game like this era is so critical to the defensive coaches.
It really is, and also to the offensive coaches. As Glenn Mason, the offensive coordinator of Ohio State, said yesterday, he did not want to get forced in the 2nd down and 7, 8, and 9s, and they have been, but Carsados has delivered on this drive.
Well, here they are with a 2nd and 7 era. Would this be an automatic pass? He's got Byers running pretty well in that backfield, and of course every pass that they throw, they come up with a play fake.
I think they'll come up with a pass here.
Lanise is in motion. And quickly to Carter with Lanise slipping outside, and Michigan was all over the play with Scarcelli, that outside linebacker, and Mesner, number 60, teaming up.
Boy, did you see that whole Michigan defense react to that ball? It's great pursuit on the part of this Michigan team. No wonder they're so good.
And the point you made at the top of the broadcast, you have to keep changing up your play selection against the Wolverines, because if you burn them once, they'll remember.
Exactly. They react well to any kind of situation that they've been hurt by. They change their alignment, they put stunts on, change their coverages. They're a very tough team to figure out.
This is a 3rd and 9. Ohio State is 3 of 5 in 3rd down conversions so far. And here's Cooper, and they are 3 of 6. The ball got to the 30-yard line. Mike Mallory staying at home and reading it well.
He's made some great plays in this game so far, and we're just starting the 2nd quarter. Mallory's made several great tackles. If he hadn't gotten his arm out there to trip him up, he was going to go for good yardage.
Now Spangler will attempt a field goal, which would tie the game. The ball will be placed down at the 38. It'll be a 48-yard effort. Michigan leading Ohio State 3-0. We have 11:45 in the first half. It's tied at 3. A 48-yard field goal by Rich Spangler. The kicking duel is underway. Moons hits one for Michigan. Then Spangler comes right back. Spangler kicking it off. And there is John Colasar along with Jamie Morris. This will be Morris at the 2. Brought down at the 16-yard line. Sonny Gordon, the Rover, got down to help out on that tackle. The Ohio State coaches were not satisfied with the performance of their specialty teams, and they came in here feeling that Michigan might have an edge. And there is their fine young linebacker, Chris Spielman. We asked Chris how he motivated himself for games like this.
Well, I really don't say too much with words. If I'm a leader at all, I try to lead by example, and I think every one of us on this team knows what this game means, and I don't think any of us have to have somebody to get us motivated. I think that's all going to come within.
Controlled insanity is how the young man's game was described to us. On first down, Harbaugh will throw it. They set the screen to Morris. Fumble. Ohio State. Eric Kummerow was there along with Chris Spielman, who delivered the blow.
We just got talking about Spielman, and he does the job. A screen pass off to your left to Jamie Morris. Wait, Harbaugh does a good job of looking everybody off and then dumping the ball off to Morris. Morris tries to cut back to the inside. Spielman right there shakes the ball loose. Great job, great break for the Buckeyes.
Let's take a look at this young linebacker with his best years still ahead of him. Roaming free, stepping inside Tabacino, delivers the blow, strips the ball, and Kummerow pounces on it. Buckeyes ball inside the 20. Byers and Cooper are the setbacks. Byers behind the left side. Harris and Mesner meet him. All season long, of course, Era, the Buckeyes have been able to take advantage of turnovers.
Yeah, they certainly have, but Earl Bruce told me, as a matter of fact, this morning when I visited with him, that they were going to throw the ball when they got down in inside the 20, but that is the 9th time that they have run on first down situations. They have yet to throw it on first down.
Well, here is 2nd and 9. Cooper getting down to the 16-yard line on that 2nd down, setting up a tough 3rd down situation for them. And the Buckeyes are falling into a tendency of running on first down, and of course that would play right into Gary Moeller's hands as a defensive strategist.
Be interesting to see whether or not Ohio State wants to go to the air to get the first down, go for the touchdown, or put the 6 points on the board or the next field goal rather to make it 6. Let's see what they do here.
Swinging to Cooper as they set the screen off the fake, and that is a first down, Ohio State. Well-executed play, Era.
Excellent. The intent of that whole play as he faked off to the right and then did a whirly-bird was to pull the whole defense away from the intended man he was going to throw to. Watch here. He's like he's going to throw it to the left, spins back off, hits Byers, or Cooper rather, and they get a first down. Great execution by Karsatis.
Great block by Gilmore on the outside to open the hole. And the Buckeyes come to the line of scrimmage. Now another first down. It is 1st and goal at the 9. This time they throw. Byers complete. There are penalty flags down on both sides of the field. Rivers and Gant pushing him out of bounds near the 5-yard line, but there were penalty markers down as the play was about to begin, and then over where the reception was made.
Defense, offside. I think it was Harris, the middle guard, wasn't it?
I think so. He appeared to move before the snap.
Hartenstein, number 66, not 50, not 56, it's 66. He was trying to guess, jump the count, and it's a 5-yard penalty.
Silverstein is one of the few players that they allow to freelance. And that time anticipating and looking for the seam to come through. And Byers losing his footing on that side as he goes down. And of course it was a second effort like that that contributed to his re-injuring that foot against Minnesota. Speaking of Minnesota, the Hawkeyes are a few steps closer to Pasadena.
Well, the Michigan defense is going to be challenged here. First down at the 4-yard line.
And they will run with Cooper. And Cooper getting close to the 2-yard line. Scarcelli and Mike Mallory bringing him down. Earl Bruce with a 2nd and goal. Mallory, of course, taking the signal from the sideline. He has passed it along to his teammates, and now with the goal line defense. Schembechler watching. Here's Byers behind the right side. Second effort. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. The return of Keith Byers. And it could not have come at a better time as far as Ohio State is concerned. Spangler to attempt the extra point. He cuts the goalposts in half.
This is only the 4th touchdown that's been scored on Michigan this year. Ohio State overloaded the right side, and you can see the power here of Byers as he stretches into the end zone. An excellent job.
Powerful blocking in front of him by George Cooper and John Hutchison, one of the tight ends, and the Buckeyes lead as a result. Spangler to kick it off for the Buckeyes. Talking to the Ohio State coaches, you and I were both struck about their optimism offensively.
Yes,
they came in here feeling they could do something.
Right, they felt that they could get into the end zone. Well, maybe they'd watched Byers all week. I don't know. Felt that he was back.
Drive. Colasar lets it bounce through the end zone. On the touchback, it'll come out to the 20. Bob Perriman is in at fullback for the Wolverines. And this is White, who is now at tailback. There's the new play that Bo Schembechler's staff put in for this game.
Exactly. That's what Bo was talking about yesterday. He felt that he could use the bounce play. They attack the off tackle, and then they bounce it to the outside. It looks like it's going to go off tackle. Then you'll see Perriman now just bounce it to the outside. They log in. Great blocking on the part of the Michigan line. They talked about this, and they did execute it for a first down.
So White brings it out where it is 1st and 10. The ball is at the 32. Now it's a split back formation by the Wolverines. And Harbaugh handling to White, and he steps out beyond the 35. Schembechler told us that if White had the speed of some of the other backs around the country, he would win a Heisman Trophy. He said he is that good and that reliable, and he can play both fullback and tailback in his scheme of things.
And he can do it all. He's an outstanding passer as well, and the Buckeyes have already been forewarned that when he's in that I-back, that he throws the passes from there, so they're prepared for it.
2nd and 5 for Harbaugh. This is Perriman, and he powers out to the 42-yard line. Pepper Johnson tackling him.
Getting. Looks like vintage Schembechler here, doesn't it? Power off tackle, bounce it to the outside, power off tackle to the short side of the field, away from where the rover is.
Well, they loosened up that Ohio State defense, as you see the measurement. The chains coming clear across the field here. And it is a first down for the Wolverines. They loosened up that Buckeye defense era by throwing frequently on first down. And now it appears that they want to come back with that traditional Michigan power.
Well, they have. They've played exceptionally well the last 2 weeks, running up scores of 48 and 49 points against Purdue and Minnesota. And they did it both with the running and the passing. Harbaugh has been hot.
Lots of time in the first half. 7 minutes. Here's White getting to the outside, bouncing again, and he is met by Gordon.
Boy, good tackle by Gordon that time. Good support. Strong safety coming up. That's classic tackle in there. Great job.
Buckeye defense getting ready for what Harbaugh will come up with here. 2nd and 7. Colasar, the talented freshman, is split to the right. Straight down the middle to Caddis. He's all alone inside the 20. What a beautiful job of looking off a target Harbaugh did that time. He forced the secondary away from Caddis, and it's a 40-yard gain.
And he rifled the ball in there. There was no time for the Ohio State defensive secondary to respond to the ball. Caddis splits the 2-deep defense. There it is. It gets there very quickly right there. No one can react to it. Here comes Terry White over to make the tackle, but it was too late.
Caddis has already caught 4 passes for 61 yards, and keep in mind that the Ohio State coaches were concerned about him coming into this game.
And Harbaugh now is 7 for 7, Brent.
With the ball at the 15, he'll throw it again. Incomplete for the first time. Terry White was the safety man, closest to the ball as it bounced off the turf.
See, Harbaugh was pointing there, saying you ran the wrong route. Somebody apparently ran the wrong route against the coverage.
Terry White is the hardest hitter in that secondary. He reminded me a few weeks ago against Iowa of one Jack Tatum while he was playing for the Buckeyes. He, of course, sat out last week's game against Wisconsin because he violated a team rule.
Didn't they play a great game, the whole secondary of Ohio State in that game, the Iowa game?
2nd and 10. Here is White trying to stretch the defense and turn it up. Short of the 10-yard line. He is brought down by Gordon and Johnson. One of the things that I have noticed about the Buckeye defense, they have not been as successful overall as Schembechler's at Michigan, but they hit as hard as any defense that we've been around.
It's a very good point, Brent. I noticed that Harbaugh came all the way to the sideline to pick up the call from Coach Schembechler. Let's see what they got on.
They must get inside that 5 for a first down. This is 3rd and 7. Trying to avoid Lee, and he does. Harbaugh going for the first down is short of it. This will be a tough call by the coaching staff of Michigan right now.
Looks like they might be just a tad short. Again, Harbaugh getting away from the rush. Watch Lee come in. I thought he had him for sure. Lee misses. Harbaugh elects to run the ball, and it looks like it's going to be 4th down and about a half a yard.
Johnson getting back on the tackle. The play coming in for the sideline, and Schembechler will go for the first down, trailing 10-3, 4:29 in the first half. This is about a half yard to go. We've got a timeout. Michigan wants to clarify the situation, so Harbaugh, who called the timeout, comes over to meet with the coaches. We'll be right back.
They're in the goal line look.
And less than a yard. Quarterback sneak. Harbaugh for the first down. The thrust of that middle for Bo Schembechler just paved the way for the quarterback.
Shortest distance between 2 points, straight ahead, and you can see the Tabachino, number 77, snapping the ball, and Harbaugh just follows him right in and gets right off his left side for the first down. Here's another angle.
Watch Tabachino as he snaps the ball, closed down right there, and with that little crease, Harbaugh dove for it, and it's first and goal. Here is White trying to turn upfield, and he could not. Spielman, number 36, getting up, and you could hear the pads popping when he cracked into him that time.
Harbaugh has the bootleg available to him. You always check that. He handed the ball off, then as you bootleg away from it, you see whether or not the pursuit follows the ball or checks you out. He was open that time. If Harbaugh can go with a bootleg.
There's Spielman closing in on White, who will be out of the tail in this second and goal from the 5. Colasar in motion. Here's White trying to come back inside in the middle of the Buckeye defense. Closes down quickly. Ray Holloman, one of the defensive players there.
2 good plays by the Buckeyes goal line defense that they're in. They've responded well to what Michigan has tried.
Jim Harbaugh is so dangerous when he's moving that you would have to think, as Jokic brings the play in from the sideline, that they would get him rolling in one direction on this sequence. This is 3rd and 4. It's very difficult to power right straight ahead here.
And Jokic is 6'8", being covered by a much shorter defender.
Harbaugh bobbles the snap, comes back, throws, touchdown, Michigan. Gerald White. It will remind you of a circus act. To attempt the extra point. Robbins was the holder. We are tied at 10. The Wolverines move 80 yards in 11 plays.
Michigan was very fortunate that time. It appeared that Harbaugh did not get the ball cleanly. I thought he had fumbled it for a moment. See the ball go clear up in the air. He fields it himself. And he was very fortunate to get the ball, but he did find a receiver and react beautifully on the play, Brad.
And the Buckeye defense had this kind of a look. And Jim Harbaugh coming up with the ball, spotted White open right in the middle. And the Wolverines and the Buckeyes are tied at 10. We'll be right back.
You were one. We rejoin the action at the start of the second half with the score tied at 10. Michigan has the ball, 1st and 10 on its own 25.
1st and 10. From the I formation, they run Gerald White and Ray Holloman, number 55, making the stop as we start the second half. Area was a tremendous ball control drive that Bo Schembechler and the Wolverines used there in that second quarter against Ohio State.
It was vintage Bo Schembechler coach teams. They power off tackle, a power inside, and they managed to maintain possession of the ball, and it was a very impressive drive, although right here they're facing a second down, about 9.
Jimmy Harbaugh bringing the Wolverines up to the line. Play fake to White. Harbaugh to run. Slips down wisely at the 30. This will be 3rd and long. Well, what does the state of Florida mean to Michigan? Well, that right foot belongs to one Pat Moons, and so far Florida has given Michigan all its points. Both Moons and White are out of that state. 3rd and 5 for Harbaugh. Jokic getting ready to come from the right side. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Caddis. He picks up where he left off. Another 17-yard gain by Caddis.
And also an excellent throw by Harbaugh. Caddis driving. You see here Lee's trying to stay with him, number 82, man-to-man, but he cannot. Caddis breaks away from him, and Harbaugh puts it right there.
Caddis from Cincinnati, Ohio, has now caught 5 passes for 78 yards, and Terry White brought him down at the 47-yard line. They run Perriman on 1st down, and he blasts through close to another 1st down. Rogan and Johnson bringing the fullback down.
Vitale, number 67, pulls. Look at the beautiful hole they blocked right at the point of attack. Let's take a look at that hole from another angle. Watch the blocking here by the right side of the line. And the backside guard, Vitale, come across number 66 right here, 67 rather. And there you go with Perriman, number 37, through that hole.
2nd and short. Michigan can put it up here if they want. And they will. Throws high but complete. And the 1st down, and Gerald White slipping out of that backfield was a safety valve. Notre Dame loses again. LSU beats them 10-7. And Yale beats Harvard 17-6. Here it is 1st and 10. Ball is at the 38-yard line. Slot left. Movement, but the Buckeye got back, and here's White. He has a seam. Coming out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and again it is Johnson and White being forced to make the tackle.
Brent, this is a very similar drive to the one that Michigan had in the first half, starting at their own 20-yard line and grinding the ball with good blocking by the offensive line.
The thing that makes it so difficult for that Buckeye defense is the fact that Harbaugh is a dangerous passer. They cannot be thinking just off-tackle run by this Wolverine attack.
They've put good pressure on Harbaugh, but he has scrambled out.
He is 10 of 11 here this afternoon for 109 yards. This time they'll run White. Turns upfield for a 1st down. Kolick, number 33, tackling him there.
You see, Bo Schembechler talking to Harbaugh there. We may want something special here.
We are looking at a football team that is only 3 points away from having an unbeaten season. They tied Illinois, of course, but another field goal would have given them the win over Iowa. And here they run White to the 25-yard line. Johnson and Kolick tackling him right there. So this will be 2nd and long, Coach.
They've been forced into this 2nd and long a number of times, and that's exactly what Ohio State wanted to force Michigan into. But Harbaugh, when he's been caught in that kind of a situation, has managed to find receivers open after scrambling and maintain possession of the ball, and then they start grinding again.
Is lined up to the left. Throwing high out of bounds. Jokic is tall, but he ain't that tall.
No. He couldn't find anyone open. He threw it in the general direction of Jokic, but even at 6'8", he wasn't going to get it.
I apologize to all the English professors from Michigan and Ohio State who were listening. This is 3rd down and 9. Straight back. Over the middle to Jokic, who is slapped down at the 20-yard line. Byron Lee meeting him there.
Okay, here's another look at this pass reception, but unfortunately for the Wolverines, it comes up short of the 1st down. You see him crossing right over the middle, right there. Jokic catches the ball, but it's way short of the 1st down by about 3 yards.
Moons with his 2nd field goal attempt. Robbins puts it down at the 28, and the 38-yard field goal is on its way, and it's good. Making the most of an opportunity. Second field goal puts the Wolverines up by 3. Keith Byers and the Buckeyes will be right back.
As we pick up the action with over 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, Ohio State went 3 and out deep in their own territory, and Michigan now has the ball on the Buckeyes 49.
7 minutes and 18 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Michigan leading Ohio State by 3. Harbaugh to throw it. Runs away from the pressure. And he is down at the 42-yard line with Gordon in hot pursuit. And the Buckeye Rover has been roving all over the artificial surface here this afternoon. For Gordon and the Buckeyes to play on New Year's Day, they must come back here and win this, and then they will have an appointment in Dallas. If not, it will be Pat Dye, Bo Jackson, and the Auburn Eagles. Darrell Lee has returned for Ohio State. 3rd and 7. Colasar inside the 30-yard line, and that's a 1st down for Michigan. William White with the tackle, and the freshman receiver picks up 13 more yards. And again, Harbaugh has been so impressive.
Under pressure, he threw a beautiful strike. Well, he has made a big difference in this Michigan Wolverine football team, a team that was 6-6. Last year, they lost Harbaugh in the Michigan State game with a broken arm, and now he's back, and he's done a remarkable job. Here's the throw. Watch here as he gets pressure just as he throws the ball. And Colasar right here on the sideline has run a beautiful route to the outside. And, of course, it's a 1st down.
He is 12 of 14 for those 127 yards, and the touchdown pass to Gerald White. And Darrell Lee, again shaken up, is being helped off to the Ohio State sideline. And so Alex Higdon and Fred Ritter, who have been operating in that spot, have been taking turns when Lee is shaken up. And this time, Ritter will come off the sideline, and he will play against Schembechler and the Wolverines. Michigan inside the 30. A year ago, they were beaten resoundingly in Columbus. But here in their home setting, and it's an awesome one indeed, they are in command. Harbaugh runs White, and Spielman is there with Holloman coming in underneath.
Boy, that Spielman is really something. He can really tackle. He just stopped him dead in his tracks and took him to the side. He's a football player, that guy. Let's take a look at it here from the ground level. You'll watch Spielman come in and take White, who's about 215, 20 pounds, right there, and just drive him back down. He's a player.
2nd and 7. Colasar and Jokic are to the left side. Caddis is to the right. straight ahead, and the Buckeyes penetrated quickly that time and would not let him get back as Pepper Johnson, 98, led the penetration. Oklahoma with 2 first-quarter touchdowns. Oh, they got to be happy down there in Norman. Trying to get a berth in the Orange Bowl against Penn State. This is 3rd and 9. Harbaugh looking for Colasar. He's got him. First down, Michigan. 13 yards to the freshman wide receiver.
That's a great job again by Harbaugh and Colasar. Watch Colasar drive off, and Harbaugh picks up the single coverage, but the coverage is too soft. Puts a move on and turns to the outside, and you see him break and the ball is right there by Harbaugh. William White was too deep on the coverage. But the thing about it, Brent, is Harbaugh picked up the single coverage right now and went to him.
1st and 10 at the 15. Here is Perryman up the middle, and he explodes inside the 10-yard line. Schembechler keeping them honest with the fullback that time. Now watch the blocking and watch Perryman. Did you see the Buckeye defense take that step to the right? They froze them, and Perryman came back, and he took the ball inside the 10-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 3. Ever since that long drive in the 2nd quarter, Michigan has dominated this game offensively. This will be White. He's inside the 5-yard line, and that should be another first down for the Wolverines.
It's the plain isolation play over the left side with the fullback leading. Put a good block on the linebacker. You can see the concern there. Earl Bruce. He certainly doesn't like what's happening. This fella does.
Double tight end formation with this 1st and goal from the 4. Bo getting the information from above in the press box. Colasar comes in motion. They'll run in that direction with White. He tries to bounce outside, and he cannot. Bo upset about that play. Derek Eisenman helping out on this tackle.
There it is. They just couldn't get the blocking at the point of attack. He tries to bounce it a little to the outside. And it was good defensive work in there.
Bo had to be upset with Colasar. Colasar froze standing up, and the play was still going on. And this Eisenman, number 61, has played so well the last 2 weeks. Now, it is 2nd and goal from the 5. Harbaugh. Touchdown, Eric Caddis. So Eric Caddis has now caught 6 passes for 83 yards, and this one the most important of them all.
And how about Harbaugh rolling out and under pressure, finding the receiver and delivering on target? Harbaugh's having quite an afternoon.
Moons delivers the extra point. Ohio State must now dig uphill.
Take a look at it from the end zone. Caddis will be in the left corner, but Harbaugh rolls outside to contain. Eisenman keeps challenging the line of scrimmage, which brings a response. And look at the people when he threw the ball between. Great job by Harbaugh.
Watch Caddis, number 81. He slips through. They didn't seal him up at the line of scrimmage. Now as Harbaugh moves, Caddis cuts back toward the middle. And Harbaugh finds him wide open in the back of the end zone. Michigan's in command.
State and Michigan each punted on their previous possessions. With just over 13 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, Ohio State has the ball 1st and 10 on their own 20.
13:22 to go, 20-10. Michigan leading Ohio State. And the Buckeyes come up, and they have been dominated by this Michigan defense here in the second half. Play fake. Carsados to Carter, complete. A first down. The tackle by Doug Mallory after a 19-yard gain, and that's the play they must keep coming up with.
Carter does a great job of getting behind the linebackers. The linebackers are chasing the underneath coverage, and then, of course, he comes right into the seam in front of the deep defenders, an area that I think Michigan is vulnerable depending on the coverage that they're in. But we may see more of that on this drive.
Good performance by the offensive line that time, Arab. Michigan did not have that great pressure on Carsados. Here it comes this time, Mesner, but he drops it to Byers. Byers is out to midfield, and a first down, and 8 Wolverines surround Keith Byers, who is a little slow in getting up there. But he's fine after a 13-yard gain. Give you an idea of how that third quarter went. And it is a Michigan player who is down. That is Brad Cochran, their All-American cornerback, who is injured. And that is a big injury. There are the numbers, Coach.
Well, look at that possession time. This 3 minutes and 37 seconds doesn't give guys like Keith Byers and Chris Carter and Lanise much of a chance. Possession of 11-13 is really significant. And then look at the total yards, 15 yards to 134. What a Michigan quarter.
Brad Cochran is one of the best cornerbacks in the land. He is so good that opponents seldom throw at him. We don't mention his name because they don't go in that direction. He is being helped off. Now watch number 30 here in this pile. There are about 8 Wolverines, and this is Cochran. Watch what happens to him in this pileup. You can see that he is landed on right there by Bob Maggs, the center, number 71. He injured his leg, so he is being helped off right now. And Greg Randall, number 10, comes into that cornerback, and you can expect Ohio State to quickly go over there and test him. They're looking right at him. Carsados, and he cannot hold on. It's incomplete. Lanise almost came up with a catch that was remarkably similar to a year ago. It didn't take him long to go at Cochran's replacement.
It sure didn't. They went right after Greg Randall, number 10, coming in, 6'1", 183, a senior. He runs a quick out pattern here. Then he comes up, Randall, to respond. It would have been a great catch. I didn't realize that he had to dive so far. It was a great effort by Lanise.
Incomplete, and this will be 2nd and 10. 12:31 to go. They will take Lanise over to Randall's side again, but now Mallory moves over like they might be doubling. Now Mallory cheats in. He'll back up. They're trying to bait Carsados. He comes to the screen to Cooper and overthrows him.
That ball go right through Cooper's hands, I think, right? Or was it over his head?
It was a little bit high. It may have been catchable. Take a look at it and see what you think here, Coach.
Yeah, let's take a look and see how high it is.
He should have had it.
Yeah, he should have. That's 2 in a row now that they could have had. Lanise almost made the catch. Cooper should have had it, and he had a beautiful wall set up in front of him for big yardage. You got to catch the football.
3rd and 10. The ball is at the 49. Carsados straight back. He'll run. Now he throws it to Taggart. It's a first down. Ball to the 31-yard line. And Cochran, who sat out 2 plays, comes up to make the tackle after a 17-yard gain. So it did not take Cochran long to get back in.
Excuse me. Michigan just puts on a 3-man rush, and they almost get right there to Carsados. Carsados does a great job of hitting Taggart just as he's going down.
Carsados on the 31. 12 minutes. Ohio State trailing by 10. Here's Keith Byers, and there's no hole there. Harris, the nose guard, led the assault against Byers that time. 106,000, the fourth largest crowd in the history of Michigan Stadium. And that is the largest crowd of this year, and only 53 behind the NCAA record, which was here versus Ohio State in 1979. This is 2nd and 11. Incomplete. And Keith Byers was wide open underneath. He didn't see Byers, who had worked in underneath. Instead, he tried to stretch it out and go longer to Chris Carter, and Byers, in frustration, just beat his hands against the artificial turf. Now watch Byers, number 41, slip out of the backfield. Underneath, he's wide open, and you can see the ball went over his head and was short of Carter.
Going back to the attendance thing just for a moment, if I may, Brent, Don Canham told me today that every ticket for every home game has been sold out before. There are no tickets available at all. And that's 105,000, 106,000 people.
It's 3rd and 11. Carsados trying to get away from pressure, and closing in is Mesner. Number 60, Mark Mesner, from behind, tackles Carsados at the 35-yard line.
Receiver is covered. Every one of these receivers as they go down are covered. Carsados keeps looking for someone to be open. There's a man covering, and then of course ultimately Mesner. You can see here every one of the receivers here are covered.
Now it is 4th and 15. The ball is at the 35-yard line. Ohio State elects to go for the first down. They trail by 10. They need 2 scores. Carsados pulls out. Down the middle for Carter. He's got a touchdown, Ohio State. It was 4th and 15, and Carsados goes 36 yards where Carter makes a circus catch. To attempt the extra point. Ohio State trails by a field goal.
Here it is from the end zone. Carsados gets enough time to get the ball to Chris Carter. He steps up into the pocket. A beautiful throw. Watch Carter jump and get the ball, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. A marvelous throw by Carsados.
Chris Carter, number 2. He's out of Middletown, Ohio. He's a 6'3" sophomore with a world of athletic ability. His brother plays on the New York Knicks, but he never soared any higher here than Chris does for this Ohio State touchdown.
Here's Carter. He breaks to the inside, goes all the way down, and watch him turn to the inside. Carsados was the key here. He had enough time. Now watch him go up and out jump the defender, who is Doug Mallory.
And that is 16 career touchdowns by Carter, only a sophomore. He has tied the Buckeye record. We'll be right back. There he is, one of the finest young athletes in the Big Ten. Chris Carter. And on 4th and 15, he has given the Buckeyes fresh life here in Ann Arbor. Watch him slip past Akers, and now he is picked up by Mallory, number 8. And it is simply Carter going up higher than Mallory, pulling the ball down and getting into the end zone. It's a 3-point difference right now with 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go, Coach.
And also that 17 points on the board by the Buckeyes represents more points than any other team on Michigan's schedule.
Jim Carsados with the 4th down play that paid off. Starting his first Michigan game. Isn't that amazing? We've got 2 quarterbacks here, Harbaugh and Carsados, and neither of them had ever started an Ohio State-Michigan game. Spangler. There is John Colasar awaiting the kickoff. Drives it deep into the end zone. It'll come out as a touchback. Jamie Morris fielding it in the end zone. Here it is, Michigan. 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go. 1st and 10. And they run off right tackle. Gerald White, the tailback, and Ray Holloman met him. And Eric, could you hear those pads slapping in that mic we've got down on the field?
There's a little hitting going on, but Ohio State's taking some chances here to shut that running game down. They guessed it was going to be a run. Both linebackers fired in there, and they kept that from being any kind of a big gainer.
Now they have substituted Jamie Morris, and they have taken White out. And let's try to give you an idea of the intensity down there on 2nd and 7. Rover on the blitz. He's open. Colasar. He'll go the distance. They won't catch him. To attempt the extra point after that 77-yard lightning bolt. And Moon stays perfect. It is back to 10.
You think Schembechler will play conservative? Here comes the bomb. Harbaugh throws a perfect strike to Colasar. 77 yards. He beats number 37, William White, one-on-one. White cannot catch him. Colasar, a freshman, scores a big score for the Wolverines.
A freshman from Westlake, Ohio. A young man the Buckeyes tried to recruit but failed. And oh, how they lament that failure right now. The second longest pass play in Michigan history. 77 yards, Harbaugh to Colasar, the freshman. The longest, that was Leach to Jim Smith, 1975. 83 yards with that one. Now it'll be Moons kicking off. Ross and Workman are set deep for the Buckeyes. They've got 9:19 to work with. Workman at the 3. Short of the 20-yard line. That specialty team of the Wolverines swarms all over him. Doug Mallory, Ivan Hicks, both of them out there.
Here's another look at it. This came so close to being a sack. Number 7 right there almost gets to Harbaugh. The difference between a 10-yard loss and a 77-yard gain as you see Colasar gather the ball in.
Well, they gambled and lost as Sonny Gordon came blitzing, leaving Colasar with all that speed one-on-one. Carsado's turn. To Byers. Byers battling his way to the 26-yard line with those two splendid inside linebackers. Mallory and Moeller gang up on him. And the clock runs down inside of 9 minutes. 27-17. Michigan over Ohio State. Byers certainly is into this one, isn't he? Taggart bringing the play. No, that is Harris who actually had the play. Taggart entered the game with him, and the Buckeyes hoping some unity will help them out. Dropping toward Taggart, almost intercepted. Andy Moeller had it in his hands and couldn't hold on.
Looked like Carsados was hurt there for a minute, but I guess he's all right.
Take a look at the nose guard, Harris, in this situation. Carsados off the play fake, pulls back out. Now Harris had dropped out, and he deflected the ball. And Moeller dove for it, had it for an instance, but it would have been a great catch. You can't blame yourself over that one.
Great defensive effort. Right there. Almost had it.
3rd and 2. Split backs. Buckeyes need a first down. Carsados off the bootleg. Still moving out beyond the 40. And he is finally tackled down there by Hicks. Getting up slowly that time was Byers, coach.
Yeah, he laid on the ground there a considerable amount of time. I wasn't sure whether it was Keith or not. I could not see his number, but he seems to be okay.
Coming back into that huddle. 8:19 left.
That was a great bootleg by Carsados. It fooled the Wolverines completely. No one was there. He found leverage at that corner there and picked up a first down, and it was a big one.
Tony Gant, number 14, is in at the other safety, and Mallory is out. So Gant and Hicks are now the safeties. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. Under pressure, incomplete. Heavy pressure that time by Mesner. Let's go down to Pat O'Brien. Pat?
Brett, you know, it's a little impossible to explain to you how loud this place is down here on the field, but let me tell you how big this stadium is. Last June, a guy named Jim Purell decided for a charity stunt to sit in every single seat. Brent, it took him 4 days, Sunday to Thursday. I don't know where he is today, but I'll guarantee you he's standing up. Let's go back to Brent.
Thank you, Pat. Carsados with a 2nd and 10 for the Buckeyes. Here's Big Cooper. And he busts out to the 47-yard line. Mallory meeting him there. Clock ticking down to 7:45. Michigan leading by 10, 27-17. Now the nose guard, Harris, is replaced by McIntyre. And when McIntyre has come in, they've dropped him off the nose into pass coverage. This is 3rd and about 6. Off a play fake. Penalty marker is down. Carsados will keep it. He runs for what would be a first down, but there is a penalty flag thrown in the general direction of where they call holding against the offensive line.
Looked like it might have been Cotterman, number 72 there. It'll be 10 yards. See if I can pick it up here at ground level. Watch number 66 right here, Hammerstein. That's who it is right there, the right arm, Cotterman, that's number 72. That's who it is right here. Oh, he's really holding.
Arrow, that's not holding, that's choking.
Well, with the liberalized rule they have on
wait a
today.
minute, how liberal?
Depends on what side of the field you're on.
3rd and 15. Carsados under pressure, fumble. Michigan signaling that they have it. The officials are umpiring them. It goes to Michigan. They have recovered. The Wolverines have recovered this fumble. And that is Mike Mallory, number 42, getting up with the ball. And the Buckeyes cover from that blow delivered by Jim Harbaugh and John Colasar. And the Maize and Blue faithful were singing "Hail to the Victors" all night long in Ann Arbor after the Wolverines' 27-17 victory. That 77-yard bomb was definitely the play of the game and the most memorable in Jim Harbaugh's Michigan career.
It was a 3rd down play, and it was a play action faking the draw, and Ohio State was in a strong safety blitz.
Sonny Gordon came on a blitz. We didn't quite get him picked up, and he hit me just as I released the ball.
William White was playing the corner for Ohio State, and Colasar is faster than William White thought he was. And Colasar ran by William White, and Harbaugh put that ball up in the air right on the money for the long touchdown, and that play ensured us winning that game.
It's the stuff that I had always dreamed about, because with my dad coaching, I'd been on the sidelines for a bunch of Michigan-Ohio State games, watched them on TV all the time. And, you know, to be out there, it's kind of like living out a dream, and, you know, throw a 4th quarter touchdown pass that wins you the game was like the biggest throw of my life.
The Wolverines continued their role in the Fiesta Bowl against Nebraska. Harbaugh scored 2 touchdowns as Michigan won 27-23 and finished 2nd in the nation behind the Oklahoma Sooners. I'm Brent Musburger. We hope you enjoyed this memorable clash between the Buckeyes and the Wolverines from 1985. ESPN Classic will continue in a moment.
Rover on the blitz. He's open. Colasar. He'll go the distance. They won't catch him.
Montana going.